Hello everyone. In this demo, we will go over Fortinet ZTNA feature introduced with latest FortiOS 7.0 and FortiClient 7.0 software releases. The core component of Fortinet ZTNA solution include FortiGates acting as the access proxy and FortiClient as ZTNA agent. Fortinet also offers IAM services utilizing FortiAuthenticator to manage identities and FortiToken for multi-factor authentication. Before diving into the configuration portion, let's look at the topology used for this demo. The remote users are connected to FortiGate on 10.101.16.x subnet configured on the WAN 1 interface. Similarly, local users are connected via 172.31.20.x subnet configured on VLAN interface named local clients. And servers are sitting behind the DC server VLAN on 172.16.10.x subnet. Now, let's take a look at FortiClient EMS. On the dashboard, we can notice that EMS is running software version 7.0. There are total 3 endpoints connected, one on corporate network, while other 2 devices are remotely connected. Under the endpoint policies, I have configured on-net and off-net endpoint profiles for both IT and engineering departments. We can also define rules on the EMS to detect on-net or off-net endpoints. These rules can be based on a single or multiple available criteria. Moving forward, the Zero Trust tags offer dynamic access control by grouping endpoints based on the posture and various other criteria. We can combine multiple rules under a tag definition in an AND fashion to go as granular as we want, in which case all the conditions should hold true for an endpoint to get assigned that specific tag. Under the Tag Monitor tab, we can see endpoint grouping by EMS based on the rules defined in the previous tab. As such, EMS plays the role of policy decision point in the Fortinet ZTNA solution. Another Zero Trust related config on EMS is the ZTNA CA certificate, which is used to issue unique certificates to each endpoint based on the FortiClient UID. The FortiClient agent utilizes these certificates to authenticate the endpoint devices with the FortiGate acting as the policy enforcement point. Now, let's look into ZTNA configuration aspects on FortiGate running FortiOS version 7.0. First, we need to enable the ZTNA and explicit proxy feature on the FortiGate by navigating to Feature Visibility under Systems tab. Once we enable these features, ZTNA and authentication rule options will be available in the GUI under Policy and Objects tab. ZTNA tags are the Zero Trust tags automatically synced from EMS to FortiGate in real time to control device and user access. The first thing we define under ZTNA tab are the ZTNA servers, also called access proxy VIPs, to which client connects over the HTTPS connection. Under the service and server mapping section, we can specify the virtual host, path, private IP address, and port number of the protected server that maps to the public internet facing virtual IP acting as the ZTNA gateway. Later, we define the ZTNA rules, also called proxy policies, to control access to the protected resources based on user authentication and tags assigned to each endpoint by EMS. Here, we can also apply security profiles to perform Layer 7 content inspection. At this point, we have configured access proxy virtual IPs and proxy policies for granular access control. Now, we need to configure a firewall policy to redirect incoming user traffic to the virtual IPs. In the firewall policy, we need to enable full ZTNA functionality, specify all the interfaces where we expect user traffic, and select all configured virtual IPs for which we want to enable ZTNA. One last configuration part is setting up authentication rules and schemes which will be used by ZTNA rules to authenticate users. FortiGate supports multiple methods of authentication, which includes Fortinet Single Sign-On, Radius Single Sign-On, LDAP, SAML, and many more. Now, let's get started with the demo. In the FortiClient console, we can see that the device is not registered with the EMS. As such, it does not have the required tags to access the resources in the data center. Let's try to access Engineering Web Server as is. Here we can see that FortiGate has blocked the connection request to the protected resource. Now let's register the endpoint with EMS and wait for the configuration and telemetry sync. FortiClient client EMS assign tags to the managed endpoints based on its posture, location, and other parameters configured under Zero Trust tag rules. As we can see, the device has received an engineering tag and is remotely connected as per the device status. Let's try to access the same engineering web server again. We will connect to the virtual IP address configured for the engineering web server on FortiGate. Here, FortiGate will first authenticate the device utilizing the unique certificate issued to the endpoint by EMS server and later prompt the user for authentication. As we can see that the device and user authentication is successful and device has got the appropriate tag, so user is allowed to access the server. But in case user try to access a resource belonging to some other department, the access request will be denied since the device does not have the required tag. Similarly, moving on to the IT desktop, in the FortiClient client console, we can notice that it has IT InfoSec tag and status shows up as off fabric, which means the device is remote. Again, if we try to access a resource belonging to IT department, access will be granted based on the device and user authentication. But in case user try to access a resource belonging to different department, the access will be denied based on the tags and the rules configured under each of those tags. The last use case I want to cover is related to local devices on the corporate network. Again, in the FortiClient client console, we can see that the endpoint received an engineering tag and the status is on fabric, which means the device is local. The same firewall and proxy policies will be applied to this device as well, offering same security measure whether endpoint is on or off the network. We can run the same test as in previous steps to verify the functionality. Again, FortiGate will authenticate the device and user before granting the access. And any unauthorized access will be appropriately blocked. This concludes the demo. Thank you for watching.